Cham. Welcome back to another episode. Now, and then me baby. Now me prepare for this show. Now me share the Koso over Israel. And you be bedam akomaso. And I'm so no. I may share this song. Just a few minutes, few seconds of this song to make it for. My name is a political show, but more dear, this is just something I just want to share with you guys. Men's row. Ya no amnyamia nene nam. Because they said the way abrabo no kono. Sa wanya obi amana mawa de na ye friend hope HOPE a ubenu medru and now say or china say ade ekoso, especially as an example that has to do with Mark Brown and in kunu ensem one show ya kita wakuma ma obenu medru Enti ano pay every and depending on wherever you are. This is from me to you. Say men suro. Na ye wanyami bia. Okita yemu. Na me den chia kese ma me papa odifo kese aka e wo Ghana ha Bishop Kobnesia ma papa bia wo bia chia kese ma bo dia na sorry Papa okay wo ye preaching bi one Sunday bi na wo kan say edru baby na pese like na obomobu but ade ba ko keep you on 6 years near a hope say ewiase na anasa asase si o eti so wonni ade your friend hope and now you are better off dead. That word lifted up my spirit. And I want to share that with my listeners today. Say, we are political hub show fan, we are Ghanatalksradio listener, viewers. Neno me pese who say main suro. Na so what lusu bibia kra wasasu fi men lusu ade your friend hope. Adia emawo enhu se enidaso wo honom no sa den no wose which because there is hope. Once there is hope, you can face tomorrow. Because enyama na ekoso wa ban mu no de na na do ne government dey fam odwen wa obekoma de obebodam eti enenya metete botan na metwediam pon na mebofo panyi a wokita yamu a wo mai me ne wo ekoba na ka yense emfata enti anope ewie enrei ya de asida aheni kapia ema bofo panyi a ohwa yaso no oboye hoban. This is Rasala Baby and this is the Political Hub Show. So I don't know, but it just dawned on me to share this. Once I'm a match show where so started BB say that. I did a Tomakuma so was my me hon Tommy. Because who call internet so now we share near my air course, especially in Israel and Palestine. Said they said be Israel for a treaty Palestine kola. Ye kum kola basa bombe hospitals. It could have been you, it could have been me. But yet your my assume journey peace and walk. No matter how this government called the MPP, omo ye pasa, but we have peace. Me no me yetimi koba. Ayenti gunshot. Me no yetimi didi, yetimi jare, yetimi yenem. And see, if we have this peace in Ghana, we have to be thankful and grateful to God. Me no and that Yehovah ase. Into this morning, me say men suro. If you say you nyame, and then nam. All right, madam, what say? Mama, we dear net say, Mahu say show no, ayebia. Mamu kobe bia, and so makosa. Ya mi ankasa mi social activist be join nene no esem bi wo ho a ye be pepe mu ne apense mo kai se nya enra like Monday no yantimi anwie na ma bebre bi this ene no ye be ye ntwe ye husima kakra bi ye ba na afede ye do show na ye dai ashe say this girl asala baby don't go anywhere everybody see.
Ghanatalksradio, UK, Abrochimemu, and a film Ghana Muha at the sound system, which is spinning machine papa, a free and man never be good among Ghana Muha. It is a year, we engagement, we wedding, we birthday party. Political parties are more rally, some way sorry, more crusade. So we'll book carnival or any kind of event. Now we'll pay spinning machine papa a boa sound in the moo at the dia and you may come for GTR sounds at the MAO. Your live band in so our tones at the frame ya beat me ababeboa. Ama ujumedia woody and so at me I come up. Yawa enkan pumpuni mantemo anya aponchi hotel a hope pepe ena yebutu odi ane se wo befre empanifo ewo 0546960510 GTR sounds emu de angaza.
Welcome back. And I know it's another day of our Lord. Jame amaya hodenya yasa abetnaha as a show and to say that me kind no last week no yentimi awie sorry on Monday no yentimi awie enyama bi but on say enyama so SEC within from Monday no to ene na yeli na yawo oman mu hana Akosombo spillage now Ekosono cause a whole lot of harm to the people who are living around those areas. Na a lot of celebrities obi to sell they are forcing and Enra and so John Dramani Mahama Ninya Bema Mahama and who can NDC phone penyufobi ako ma and kofono some relief items which we are loving. Now well, young the Minister of Sanitation, no, or making some statements being asked, raising a whole lot of conversations on social media. The claims be on making and say, you know, for the affected areas, no, say, or person say people who are there, no, they were warned. Some of person say they were asked to evacuate They stayed there till the end when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening, and the government has to spend millions of money on relief items and on education. Video no. Madam Minister Frida Prempeh ekaye about issue na and say happenings na ekoso ewo voter and then the montamua like places are Sahara in so spillage way are affected.
Taking up the issue as quickly as possible, because we don't want what has happened at Akosombo to happen to us in Accra. The Akosombo spillage, even though VRA, NADMO, the Water Resources Commission came together to educate the people in the community, did simulation exercises with them even at Mepe, yet they refused to leave. They didn't want to be evacuated. They stayed there till the end when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening. And government has to spend millions of money on relief items, on education. The whole area, the water is contaminated. And what Ghana Water and Water Resources Commission would have to spend money, millions of money to treat the water before we can pass it through our pipes. So a stitch in time saves nine. But sometimes it's difficult to accept the situation. But we will plead with all of you to accept it as it is. And let's all come together and ensure that we
okay, the oppressor or say these things could have been avoided, but people who were there were actually warned. But Oma auntie, and this is what she's saying now. Pause DHR. I see the Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources, Frida Prempeh, has said that the victims of Akosombo Dam spillage should take some of the blame for the devastation. She said residents in the communities affected, refused to evacuate after several warnings from the Volta River Authority. Speaking during a forum organized by Ghana Water Company Limited and its customers in Accra, Frida Prempeh said the Akosombo Dam spillage, even through Volta River Authority, National Disaster Management Organization, the Water Resources Commission, came together to educate the people in the community and did a stimulation exercise with them, even at Mape, yet they refused to leave. They did not want to be evacuated, and they stayed there till when we started spilling. Unfortunately, look at what is happening, and the government has to spend millions of money on relief items and education. The water in the whole area is contaminated, and Ghana Water Company and Water Resources Commission will have to spend millions of money to treat the water before we can pass it through our pipes. So a stitch in time saves nine. Sometimes it's difficult to accept situation, but we will plead with all of you to accept it as it is. Water is life and essential to, everything. The devastation, devastating impact of the dam spillage has, displaced over 20,000 people in the Volta and Accra region. The spillage has since had a devastating effect on homes and farmland, with those along the banks of the river Volta, and most of them have been affected. So this is a statement Madam Frema, MK during this forum. And when this thing happened, out in the neighborhood, say, wasn't there any measures put in place, to make sure, say, when this thing happens, people are not, there's no loss of life and there's no loss of properties. I think this is the explanation. The Biamekase, in a way, we are also part of it, especially with the even things that is happening in Accra with the floods. Ya gata muni chale mama yan kanokre nipa na nkofo no moti Accra no omo is too dirty. In a way, some of the things now we contribute to it. Pachamati say, and this is a statement Mami Frema make it. Don't say, this time no Ghanaians always are so pampered and that challenge wouldn't be with other countries, even with Nigeria. Nigerians see Ghana to be UK, US, So there are certain things that can be prevented. So say abide by out no more can be say, and I'm sure they had also made provisions say more evacuate or while maybe more bokwa near the day, Charlie. But we hope say those who are affected no government be shena bibia atodin uko ECG officer was to go compare while semi kasano say producer betime the scene of ECG I was to go compare ato screen is wa enye kra enye what the scene at Sugar compare there no enye kra o share the way in so no aje ehwafa now we share, you know, first of all no, they are going to be dealing with, you know, when it comes to power issues ebeye asem but no pay city FM at at almost mobile see some relief buildings ewo ama nkwafo no more because it's not, it's an isolation screen. So this is the Sigakwape, you know, substation ECT na in Swane the way of it is not good at all. We hope say things will be properly done na bibia atoye to said it was say it. Next to your next one no so na your pese ya kano. You know, we made a comparison when it comes to, you know, corruption in Ghana since the NPP took over. See, this is a report from the UN. Okay, UN for Natnasa and take a report about the rise of corruption, the rise of bribery in 2021. This will share the corruption level, the rise in corruption level since this government took over the NPP in public in governmental offices or in public offices, not private sector, in the public sector. Statistics now. First one now we say the Ghana map people between the ages who are likely to pay bribe, and of course 25 to 37 years and 29.9% because they say you to know bibia when tia and cost passport was so tia we could pay lances so tia we could pay bibia or public sector when tia boga forget unsa enka. Now you see the next one is people with highest level of education. Conform mako school mako siadi no. There are people that pay bribe more. Because whatever you are looking for, then that is 40.6. And over the percentage of adult population who pay bribe in public offices. I know the other, you know, Sikatiana what public sector no, during the regime or during the government of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo are rising too much. There's too much corruption. Now Mahama Wasono. Mahama government is corrupt. Mahama government is corrupt. But here is an evidence of what is actually happening in the government of Mahama. Oh, sorry, of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. James, essay Ohima, you are doing a great work. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Keep him Facebook comment number. Nana ba ebe join us shortly. Maybe Bobo Bonyama suna eja ono so aba be join. Na ye ni na ye wo krom hana. There be a cast of foreign businesses and foreign companies or what Ghana. No, they don't pay tax, especially these Chinese. They are allowed to do whatever they want. Producer for Southwest Netos was saying GRA shuts down Chinese-owned Seoul cement factory at Tema for over 700 million Ghana cedi tax. Hey, how many years of this Chinese company? How many years have this Chinese company worked in Ghana? Obiantimia auditor omudika 700 million Ghana cedi tax. Na a Ghanaian company, a Ghanaian owned company, and to your tax 1, 2, be on your shutting it down from 2019 to 2022. Samikai Nanado Apenso. From 2019 to 2022. Over 700 million Ghana cedi tax. Now, almost Ghana, hey, yeah, Juma. Omuntu tax. I am a dead so much closing it down because it's like these foreign companies and these foreign countries, they feel they own the country. Say a Ghanaian company cannot pay 1 month, 2 months, not adane. This company has been owing from 2019 to 2020, and I'm sure they are not the only ones. 700 million Ghana cedi. Eska kitwa. 700 million Ghana cedi. With the fako old cities. 7 billion. Eska kitwa. And kasi yetimi jiska we kra we can call IMF. No winning na yetitim. Na yefshe yetitim owo maimwa. Kudos to GRA for this one. Me total because and then there was here nanaba more time no one to me kasa. Now next Monday no nam one ye kasa about nam one they be release say we release 5 million Ghana cedi na say then well Ghana police as well release statement tio our more official Twitter page. I see police deposit 2.5 million Ghana cedi. Tio. Na mo be catch say we release 5 million. Police so say omu receive 2.5 million Ghana cedi from Nana Apia Mensah at the Bank of Ghana. Now it reads the police on the advice of the Office of the Attorney General on Friday 20th October received an amount of 2.5 million from the suspects Nana Apia Mensah, popularly known as Nam1. They said the said amount has been deposited in the police exhibit account at the Bank of Ghana for the attention of the court. The amount is part of the investigations into petitions received from some customers of Maize Gold Ghana Company Limited and Brewery Market Consort Limited, currently before the Accra High Court against suspects Nana Apia Mensah, popularly known as Nam1. We would like to state that the decision on the disbursement of the money will be determined by the court. But Ghana just last week, Yana Nam1 release say more release 5 million. So 2.5 million now Akwaka police for Sano. The remaining 2.5 million no. Ewahi. Na Nam1 on Tenasio. On Tenasi with statement where ya police for no reason. Nam1 saw about Twitter, saw about tweet. He said, I'm surprised that the money has been deposited at the Bank of Ghana. I will go back to the police and ask them to give the money back to me because that was not the agreement we had. But me bon, and kasa sikana I was with your man call phone because omufanko good bank ben. Bank krom di buka ko good ye e fa ho ben. Oh, yeti o mai mo hana kwasi asem kwa ne adio. Share ni Jimmy, sebi pray sir. After everything that you have done to Ghanaians, kill so many people, you have the guts to come and tell say you why did they put the Bank of Ghana? Why did they put the money in the Bank of Ghana? Now they should give you back your money. Such a fraudulent fraudster. It means yasa akukodrono ebetina o ekasa same way. If not under the government of Nanado, if I know now this man should be gone. He shouldn't even be part of the living. Near some man the audacity, one or can't cause the same way. Well, minim say a good news or say a bad news. Someone say ya Ghana and Australia assign it deal be lithium. Any name say lithium is one of the very precious minerals. And lithium in Ghana. And I am paying for the Australia government be atanase company be. And they have permitted them to come and mine lithium in Ghana for 15 years. Yes. They have permitted them to come and mine it in Ghana for 15 years. Oh, Nanado and the government said they are going until almost sign a contract at 15, 20 years, 10 years. I buy for never want to be in your hoshe. Now you're wasting your lives. You go to the minister neka. Yaba. ele na naba beto line so enko ni nkoti
agreement with Atlantic Lithium for the exploitation of lithium in Ewoya in the central region of our country. And today, I am happy to report through you to the country on behalf of the President and his government that we are granting to the company, Atlantic Lithium, a mining lease to commence the construction of the mining of lithium in our country. For the avoidance of doubt, this is the first lease granted for the mining of lithium in our country. This is going to be the first lithium project in Ghana. And distinguished guests, the lease we are signing today, I should emphasize, differs from our standard mining lease. Standard mining lease we've been signing for many years in respect of gold, manganese, bauxite, and other known minerals in our country is fundamentally different from the one we are going to sign today. And as I've explained, this is because of the policy approved by Cabinet, which is to say that green minerals are to be treated differently. And if you want, for want of a better expression, the mistakes which were made in the past, in the past will not be repeated with respect to the green minerals of our country. And so the lease we are signing today, as I've indicated, among others, has innovative provisions such as, and I'll list them copiously, such as 1, an increase in royalties rate from the standard 5% to 10%. The company will therefore pay 10% royalties on all minerals mined. 2, an increase in the state free carried interest from 10% to 13%. Government will therefore hold 13% shares in the company, which we will not pay for, but will be entitled to dividends and other rights. 3, an additional government participation through the acquisition of shares. Thus, in addition to the 13% shares, government, through the Minerals Income Investment Fund, MIF, will acquire additional 6% shares in the mining company and 3.06% shares in the holding company, which is listed on the Australian and London Stock Exchange. This will bring government's interest in the company to 19% in the local company and 3.06% in the foreign holding company. Additionally, government and MIF will have representations on the board of both the local company and the foreign company to protect government's interests. To ensure that other interested Ghanaians benefit from this mining operation, the company will list on the Ghana Stock Exchange, and their shares will be made available to Ghanaian entities and individuals, including SNIT, pension funds, and other high-income individuals. In addition to all taxes, royalties, and levies, including 1% growth and sustainability levy, the company, Atlantic Lithium, will also pay 1% of its revenue into a community development fund to be utilized for the development of communities impacted by their operations. In terms of value addition, the company has committed to complete a feasibility study for the establishment of a chemical plant within 4 months of the signing of the lease, that is within 4 months from today. As I've said repeatedly.
Okay, and no. So that is the deal between the Ghanaian government and the Australian government. And when you look at the percentage, how can the government be entitled to just 13%? Now said the company in India, we sell our resources so cheap. And we want to progress by that. And there are so many said the ombe free so enche. Nti saa no mba ye omoni ama ye ntwa ye husima ye ba ma kosa ebe join ye ba sia.
Ghanatalksradio wo UK abrochimemu era from Ghana mu ha the sound system me spinning machine papa every amano ne aba begu oman Ghana mu ha enti se we ye ayie we ye engagement we ye wedding we ye birthday party political parties are mo ye rally se mo ye sorry mo ye crusade so we bo carnival or any kind of event now we pe spinning machine papa e bo sound no mu e de dia ene me kanfo GTR sounds e de emawo ye wa live band nso a woto nsa e de frenya ye betimi ababeboa ama wudwumedi a wudi ene nso atimi aye kama pa ye wo enkan poponi mantamo anya aponchi hotel e pepepe e na ye butuo odi ame se wo be frɛ empanifo e wo 0546960510 GTR sounds e mu wode angaza
Okay, Busia for that was say Monya Botre na matwen ya ye nipa ya ye bibia ye social activist ba kopem akosa ejina line no so na dia me pese me man the time pa solid 30 minutes I say de bia ya na ye gene time Mark bibia bako
Ella bibia bako good afternoon
to you too. I hope say niama edida na akwemu so
yeah nkaka igu so
edanyame ase first issue that your board no so no last Monday the wie enemabi which is that has to do with Israel and Palestine no as ye kata wo short kakra internet no ye be ma kwan ama wa atoa so ba sanitation minister Madam Frida se fremanso make statement bi say ono de omone mpeni omonye nkofo no omo baby a voter river authority adia no enso no spillage na affect no according to her no ata opese o kire se one omone nkofo no kasa se omo evacuate enti adia na ato omo no eye omo ankasa omo asomden that statement we you make you who ne saying because see how people are really going through desperate times so now on so be making statement be say who ne say
Ras match our management any at your phone now. Now, if indeed sanitation minister council assembly there, I would say it's somehow unfortunate and very reckless because say more catch almost say more proud notice say more evacuate here. And answer or relocate here. Mona Ankasana as a ministry, have you devised strategies? Say, yes, Yenuama Mobota region, and now by the Ayastele Akosombo Dam na Ebefanu Yinano. More making provisions, say, more the Omba Kotana before and after them.
That was the question I will go for Busa with social media. Because as a Nekatano can attend with social media, people are asking, say, did the agency or did the committee or did the department, or won't make key provisions, saying, for no, you know.
Yes, because, say, as ministry, say, more per se, Mudi Jumadi Bisana. Institution so Jumadi na Mudi Ebenya woni paso. Nenya woni paso so, I think some obey the man Sanko for no. Our brothers and sisters in the voter region. It's Nyansa Muano, Samono Mobile Diesel Jumadina, and was Samono Monte Baby and Kufono Betana. But one country said the Oma, or Mohaka Germany say, Moma, more proud notice, say, or more evacuate and Efan or Monko. Now, one would have expected that Yeshe Baby to say, Fagilemi. Baby, President Mahama issued those housing renewal honor. Faglemi ewo as ministry, any VRA as entity and our body no. Say move spele, na munti mean spele no little by little, and I munti mean spele simultaneously. So the be a emfa or how emma. Faglemi ewo Faglemi is uninhabited. Obi ante right?
Yeah.
So why don't you find various ways and means say mama yam fa ye nwa mo voter region yes failure or mo pejansem no yam fa mo ko temporarily, okay, in order say they will be secure before answer ya fail. Now more making any provisions for our brothers and sisters in the voter region, and you are telling them say mama mo prior notice. Are you kidding me? Because now the only thing they say, they felt that when they take our brothers and sisters in voter region, so the praises and the glory will be given to John Mahama because when they see Saglemi, right?
Yeah.
Saglemi, we have over 1,500 to 2,000 housing units over there.
Yes.
Our brothers and sisters could be accommodated. It's not more accommodated, then no more planning ahead. You see, sometimes I ask myself, say, in disaster, preparedness and our response plan as a country, is very minimal.
Yeah.
We simply don't think ahead. We think about only today and tomorrow. We don't think about the future.
Yeah.
And for a whole minister to, as it were, postulate, say, our trial notice is near the idea, it's somehow reckless. And also, where do you expect them to go? Mono na was a baby because South Friday way Akosombo spillage where I must spell you see, many places have been inundated. You understand?
Yeah.
Properties, livelihoods have been destroyed, properties submerged, and what have you. Obi de beye infie numa na infie nsia e na to ni dem niema nyina. What they one day access any money nyina because of VRA's indecision.
Yeah.
It's very bad, my dear. So the comment by the minister, if indeed she made those comments, and that is somehow unfortunate, very reckless, and very unsavory.
There be a begu so near bonfire man kofono mo say bibia be fire mom. Now moving on.
Exactly. We are all with them. Yeah.
UN so at the more corruption report on Ghana about.
Okay.
My name is Osanka be a Asher report now. What do you say when it comes to that report now on the about?
Well, Ras, UN one of the premier entities, if you like, if I understand, the most reputable body, or more the oversight responsibility to make sure there is peace, security, equality, justice in countries near the other. Yes, when you come to Africa, there were AU, there were ECOWAS and other bodies. But UN is somehow the highest.
Okay.
So what we need to understand is that they conduct such surveys, to know how well or bad, countries are faring in terms of economy and social growth, and actually, development and what have you. And I must say, this survey will go a long way to taint our image, and has indeed caused, international embarrassment to Ghana, because it is only in Ghana that 9 out of 10 bribes are paid in the form of cash. Okay, almost and across all countries in the sub-region, it is only Ghana, that this happens per the survey. So, also page 20 and 21 of survey Yes, we understand there is corruption everywhere in other countries, but ours is actually, characterized by severe suffering and somehow is grievous. Because OSHA reports now 26.7% of adult population, pay bribe to public officials to get jobs. Yes. So clearly, so OSHA chart, so OSHA page, is it page 15 or so? If I'm right, page 15 or so of the survey, people between the ages of 25 to 34 are the most likely group of people who pay bribes in order to be employed. And I dare to say it is most dangerous, because Ras, imagine if a person pays 10,000 or 15,000 to be absorbed into the military or the police, and I'm finding immigration, or even to teach, what will you expect from that person? The person will find ways and means and every avenue at his or her disposal to recoup every penny he or she has paid to the public official.
Yeah.
So it is indeed an international embarrassment. It is indeed an international embarrassment to the country. And we must devise steps and strategies to stop it. We should be worried as people when an international Soviet is conducted by a reputable entity, which says that around 17.4 million bribes were paid in just 2021.
2021 alone.
17.4 million bribes were paid. So you understand where we are going. And in the sub-region, it is only in Ghana, and I'm finding this, level of, bribes paying, corruption here, there. It is very disheartening and worrisome. It's very sad, my dear, because Sabi, we are UN for AAW. It's for all of us.
Yeah.
And normally they do it for African countries and even European countries, other countries near the other. And this is a reputable body, this survey. And I dare to say it's very bad. And depict the right picture, as on our integrity as people and as a country. And they portray a very good way.
Because now 2021 pay. But let me see, our government we on. It's
very bad. It's very bad. Ronaldo and his government, Ronaldo and Bawumia, they have almost disappointed. The government has disappointed us big time.
Big time.
And people are really calling out. So Ghanaians. They are resolved to extricate themselves from what we call hopelessly incompetent and uninspired government.
Away from that, no Monday, can one who assembly by one man go deep because any name say assembly go court. Na Ghana police a tweet on my Twitter handle say, send one a release statement say or it's 5 million. Ghana city. But the Ghana police also can say 2.5 million and no receive. And no they are to Bank of Ghana. Now when I see one I say na say 5 million and na mo aka say we release you. Then na koye 2.5. Na mo ambe kasama yenti a ewie ya o say ono de on tia ase de ntia police for the sika no akọ deposit wo Bank of Ghana na obesa ko police for no mo fa ne sika ensa ama no. Because that was not the arrangement. I don't understand.
Now, my sister, you would recall say that my country will say, "Sanema muyi we no mind games." Now, if indeed Nam1 has given 5 million Ghana cedis to the police, say omo enchema the affected persons near the idea. It is within the remits and it is within the jurisdiction of the police to make sure that people Now, if Nam1 is telling us, say, Sika the Odema police, the police has also issued a communique that they only received 2.5 million, right?
Yes.
And not, 5 million Ghana cedis. And Nam1 is also saying otherwise. Now, say, Omwa call lodge 2.5 million at Bank of Ghana. Nam1 should act swiftly to make sure, say, Sika no police in Saka. So they be on which me actually for. Because you can't tell us, say, one police 5 million Ghana cedi, and the police paid the communique they've issued, So it's justifying, otherwise, your submission that you've given 5 million Ghana cedi. And the information they say they've lodged or they've deposited 2.5 million. That wasn't the arrangement. If indeed it is anything to go, but that is the reason why we have the thought of making sure that what you've done is within the jurisdiction and the remit of what you want to do for the people, because what you go for Sika. And Nam1, for all you see, what we are failing to recognize as a country is say, then the person will go away with the murder.
Yeah.
the person will just go away with murder. If Ghana, I can't say, so Ghana is serious, and by now, one would have been behind bars by now.
Yeah.
But this man, has been left off the hook, and he's just working as a free man. Right now, look at the stories they are telling us.
Yeah.
So, say, we victim. Now, say, I say, we will catch you, now, say, we chase Ghana and do so. What I say?
Yeah,
So, from the onset, the number one, any police, no. 5 million right now has turned to 2.5 million. Bank of Ghana, Amoko deposit, and Amoko logistic, part of it, how well? How well and how are you sure? I didn't say mobile deposit. No one funny in Bank of Ghana. The Bank of Ghana, this is 5 million Ghana cedis. Okay. These are the people who were affected. And I'll say I've given this amount of money as the first tranche of the amount. One chairman for later, no, I'll bring the rest. No more chairman for. So it is a whole lot of stories, and it is unjustifiable.
Because the way I'm one about out share the next action that will be, because it's like you said the worker they are playing with the minds of Ghanaians, which is just not fair. Moving on, no, say what's your GRA shut it down. Some cement company owned by Chinese. You say almost the cut 700 million tax since 2019 to 2022. Nah, 700 million Ghana cedi. How were they able to evade this tax payment from 2019 to 2022? Now, 700 million Ghana. Nana, can't me Soviet and Yama Bebre Kosui. See, these companies. I don't want to say how is this happening in our government, Nana?
Yes, I was privy to that very news and information. Say Omako Loke, the company, because of the tax evasion or or among share taxes like that. You see, 2019 to 2022 is almost 3 years.
Yes.
And 700 million is a huge sum of money. Now, as Ghanaians, we expect, say, I didn't see I was say on Monday cap for 3 years. 3 years, na muntimi and recoup and among Jesus can. These are the questions. Yes, it begs so many questions. I didn't see a foreign company. I'm a register, registered general department, or register company. No. Now, what I evaded tax for 3 good years. You see, it shows, say, your level of commitment, the will to make sure, say, people are not corrupt, and the will to make sure people don't, evade tax. Clearly, 700 million is a huge sum of money.
Yes.
Almost 700 billion old cities.
Yes.
Now, we are fighting to, solve issues in this country. And this company, you see, and Adamna will say, tax evasion and what we call tax exemption, and I kill this country. Say, omu ibedi taxa. Say, any tax exemption, and amodiama sanku for no moye sejumana. No, my ibedi taxa. Why would you have to sit down for 3 good years? Say, mkufo we into your tax over 700 million. Now, what's up until now? You see, we are not serious in this country. Agencies are responsible to make sure, say, people pay taxes. No? They are not doing their work. Yet every month they it's your mocha. People are in suits, they are in air conditioning and what have you, enjoying all sorts of benefits, enjoying all sorts of allowance. But there was a money as Jumaefono to help government. They are not doing it. They've relented in their efforts, and what they are only interested in Omankasano, what they will do for themselves and their families, and not what they will do for the country. Yeah. It's somehow absurd. It's absurd.
Say I mean, but like you said, why should GRA sit down for 3 years for this tax to amount to this? And as I said, because they've gone to close it down, over 300 Ghanaian workers have been sent home, rendering another set of, Ghanaians unemployed.
Yes. Already we are suffering from unemployment.
Yeah.
And because of Monyama Mwanyeni, more than I render over 300 people unemployed.
Unemployed because a factory, boys now, telephone, boys now, one no juma. Say somebody now about the goofy.
Yes,
if they don't steal, they'll find ways and means to survive.
Yes. Right now, you would ask yourself, sir, what are they going to do? Because already, IMF World Bank has actually graded us that over 850,000 people, young Ghanaians, close to 1 million people are just around or below the poverty line. It means these people can't have 2 or a square meal a day. It means these people, 20 or 30 cedis a day, they don't have it.
No.
That is the meaning of their survey. Over 850,000 people are just below the poverty line. And we are compounding it. We are compounding it with different sets of people. You see, we've rendered them unemployed because of your indecision to sit down for, these taxes to be, accumulated for over 3 years. Over 700 million Ghana cedis. I think I'm more kwaje. But you see, these companies, what's now more accumulated or more taxes, might do that levels now. They simply do not want to pay.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yes, because maybe I could do You understand? What's now after Saudi way now, but say and yet tax exemptions. Say you've exempted them, so move your tax. And even the other time I was speaking about these things, I was arguing profusely that these tax exemptions, company, it is killing us because these companies are making huge sums of money.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they take it back to their country. Because you will say your GDP is growing, but your GDP is essentially growing in the interest of these foreign people. So at the end of the day, you will be confronted with GNP. That is gross national product. It will not be GDP because the GDP is bountiful. But the integral part of your GDP belongs to these foreign investors. So as government, economically, you are confronted with your GNP. And your GNP is peanuts. So we have all these big companies. We have MTN, we have Vodafone, we have all these foreign companies. Government shares in it, it's just peanuts. At the end of the day, they make all this huge interest and profit and they'll take it back to their country. And you exempt them from paying taxes to government. We are more the taxes already. Does it make sense? Yes, we understand they are employing our people, but quite apart from that, they are also making huge profits. So you take taxes from them. Now what they are or minor, but you don't leave them off the hook. Then you come and tax the already burdened, citizens, and thinking that you will be relieved. We are not relieved. We are suffering as people. We are suffering. Right now, many people have been rendered jobless because of your indecision. My dear, it's a whole lot.
And every Ghana money and amana kakra. Last Monday, went to me and the Akosombo Israel and Palestine. And so means a video be Israel for according to head and norms Israel for na achi akolebia. Na de no omode ye Palestine akola no na enye. How so like maybe so how deep is this war between this Israel and Palestine? And do we see a headway say a bit to me and tia a bit to my back? ama eswate kakra.
Yes. My sister, before I answer, let's touch on it, quickly, I'm responding to one or two things.
Sure.
I heard Dr. Bawumia is on the round and saying some one or two things.
Yes. Says they are speaking lies against him of him paying people and stuff. Yeah.
Now, I would say, sometimes when you response from Kennedy Agyapong, the camp, and Bawumia camp, now then there will be a banter near the other. Quickly, I would say that election on Babako on the 4th of November to elect a flag bearer. It is not for nothing at all. And we have this divide trying to quote unquote fight each other with issues. Now, Dr. Bawumia is on the campaign trail, trying to make sure people buys into his idea. Now, Kennedy Agyapong is equally on the show that people should listen to him and give him the opportunity to serve the party. I've been hearing so many things, and I'm actually privy to so many news that Bawumia is saying that he should be tried because already he's been tested and what have you.
Yeah.
You have been a vice president for 7 good years. Ghanaians have seen what you are doing and what you've done for the people. Now it is left for the people to decide. You see, you don't blow your own trumpet. You don't blow your own horn. So why you Juma pa? What Juma why will speak for itself.
Yeah. You
don't have to be talking. So he should be. He should note that if indeed you served your people, when proud to 2016 election and proud to 2020 general election, he said so many things. He gave so many lectures. Now all the lectures he gave, it is coming back to bite him.
Yeah.
Because right now, look at our inflation figures. Look at GDP. You understand? Look at the cedi to dollar. The time he was doing the campaign, the cedi to dollar was $1 is to 4 cedis. Right now, $1 is somewhere around 11 cedis, 50 pesos.
Yeah.
Look at our inflation figures. Okay, in the sub-region, the end of the So I think Dr. Bawumia should come again. We are not fools in this country. Kennedy Agyapong is also on the campaign trail trying to make sure that people will actually test him. And I must say, he has also been on the political divide for a whole period of years, and he's also doing his bit to also serve the people. So it is within the jurisdiction of the delegate to decide. Like I've always been intimating, delegates, you can't predict them; they are unpredictable.
Yeah. So
let's watch out. Now, Israel and Palestinian common. Like I indicated and maintained, that the UN the oversight responsibility to make sure that they bring to fore or they bring to bear a lasting solution to the question of Israel and Palestine. This genocide, you see, it is hurting to see young children being, bombed because Kola was hospital. A man in Kokrafo hospital, Namutimi, strike hospitals with bombs near the idea. It's unfortunate because there are rules and regulations governing and Tokwa wars near the idea. Places of people taking refuge. Maybe one uncle for our hospitals near the idea, schools near the idea. Say, money echo area or some area, then you are traveling outside the scope of your jurisdiction, and the rules bans that. But we see the Palestinians, we've seen the Israel doing that. So what I would say is the UN must, as a matter of urgency, and should act swiftly to find lasting solution to this, because Palestinians, they are bringing out so many stories. Likewise, the Israelites, they are bringing so many stories that the Palestinians have occupied more territories, and the vice versa. The other countries also saying that they've also been occupied near the other. So going forward, the UN must set up. They have a whole lot of duty to make sure these two countries now are from Jebeba or Mountain. Because what would you gain? Israel, there's a blockade or Gaza.
Yeah.
So whatever these people need, must pass through Israel before they get it. So I have to say, I have to say they are refugees. And you want to treat them anyhow.
Yeah.
And the Palestinians are also saying that they can't stand what they've been through over the years. So they need to fight back the Israelis. That is the whole issue. And children are really suffering.
Yeah.
Because there be a cancer say asono and say or sono you know air contraqua a grass na omunya mane
yeah
the mo ye we nyina and cloud mo krum ho na ehuna mane because these are innocent babies, innocent children, and look at what they are going through, even the trauma. How are we going to psych this case? Going forward, how are we going to psych them? It's a whole lot, my dear. So UN must set up to find a lasting solution to this whole thing.
Okay, Nana, you better was a pass and so when you break, am I?
Exactly.
Okay. All right, ebusia for ya damo asese ne so mo join ye sese anu ya discussion no mo fan che ya je 1 minute ma me ko Facebook akra James say oh him you are doing a great job, keep it up. Or say I'm sure Nanaba he joined Kwabena Force or say money to you. So we got rid of Cecilia, the power for her little sister, same family, same mentality, talk then think later, foolish politicians. Maybe Nanado church God told him that he would die if somebody goes live in Galam's Bibisa or say no Saba said she made the comment with her bad sunglasses. Does Ghana have an image? No Saba said let them fight. When it comes to the Israel, or say let them fight. Sad children are involved, but land here. And Wasaba says 700 million in bones without meat for Nana. One district, one factory policies. The government did 1 step forward, 4 steps backwards. So thank you all for sticking and staying with us right here on our Facebook comments number. Kwabena Force, one of the best commenters at the original line. So and James Eshan. Thank you to Nanaba Kede Makosa Debia Yafrewa original line. So thank you so much to my producer, to management, and also remember to keep on, sticking and staying with us right here on this channel. Subscribe to this channel, like and follow our various, social media pages. My name is Rasala Baby, and God willing, next week, Monday, Ebeshia, Ewa Haya, Damasi Bebre.